In an earlier module, we briefly discussed the danger of following too closely as a violation of the law and how frequently it causes accidents. Now we will focus on how to avoid this problem. You will learn how to judge what a safe following distance is, so you can always maintain enough space in front of you whenever you drive. To picture this space in your mind's eye, think of it as a space cushion, as it is often called. Following distance is defined as the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you when you are both moving on the roadway. When driving, you must always be prepared for the car in front of you to stop, slow down, or react to unexpected road conditions ahead. It could be that the vehicle in front of you is slowing for stopped traffic in front of them, or reacting to traffic signals, children, animals, road debris, etc. In the past, say when your parents were learning to drive, the way that the idea of a space cushion was generally taught in driver education classes was in terms of car lengths. So, for example, you would have learned that there should be roughly one full car length between you and the car in front of you for every 10 miles per hour of speed that you are traveling. So, if you are traveling at 50 miles per hour, you should be 5 car lengths behind the car in front of you. The need for a space cushion has not changed, and how you measure it can still be done by thinking in terms of car lengths. But guess what? Driving professionals finally realized that for most of us, figuring out how many car lengths you are behind another car is really difficult. And that's why we now recommend measuring your following distance in terms of the number of seconds you are behind the car in front of you. It's called the 3-second rule, and it's an easy method to learn and easy to use. The 3-second rule. Under normal driving conditions, a good way to determine a safe following distance between you and the car in front of you is to allow a minimum following distance of at least 3 seconds. That means that if you and the car in front of you are going at the same speed, and the car in front were to hit a brick wall, or more realistically, to get into an accident, you would have time to stop before you hit that car. To determine that you are following a 3-second following distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, follow these simple steps. 1. Choose a fixed object on the side of the road that the vehicle in front of you is approaching. It could be a road sign, an overpass, or just a big boulder. 2. As soon as that vehicle passes the fixed object on the side of the road, begin counting. 1001, 1002, 1003. 3. If your counting reaches 3 seconds just prior to your car reaching the same fixed object you picked, you are following at 3 seconds. 4. If you find that you're following at less than the minimum 3 seconds, increasing your following distance is simple. Just ease off the gas pedal slightly to slow down briefly. Then test again by picking a new fixed object. Important: if another car changes lanes and moves into the gap you've created, simply slow down briefly to widen that gap again. Keep in mind that the recommended 3-second following distance only applies to optimal conditions. If the road is wet, icy, curvy, or visibility is limited because of darkness or weather, then you must increase your following distance because it will take you longer to react and to slow down and stop if the car ahead of you suddenly brakes. You also need that extra time to deal with the skids that can occur on slick roads. In the rain, you should increase your distance to at least 6 seconds. In snow, fog, or icy conditions, you should increase your following distance to 9 to 12 seconds. The 3-second following distance applies to most optimal urban driving conditions, as well as on the highway. But you should always remember to keep a safe distance for the conditions you are driving in. The fact is, if you hit someone from behind, it will more than likely be declared to be your fault. Keeping a safe distance from the car ahead of you protects you in case the other driver is not being responsible and makes a sudden turn without signaling, or even stops without warning. If this happens and you are too close, you could lose control and hit the vehicle ahead of you. Think about it. You're going to feel that it's completely the other driver's fault, but that's not the way the law looks at it. If you hit a vehicle from behind, regardless of what stupid or irresponsible thing its driver did, you are going to be subject to fines, vehicle repairs, increased insurance rates, not to mention possible injury.